Now, Russia requested for a meeting of the United Nations Security Council to mark the 8th anniversary of the signing of the Minsk Agreement. The 2015 agreement outlined steps for ending the conflict in eastern Ukraine through a political settlement. In this meeting, several council members, including Albania, France, the United Kingdom and the United States, accused Russia of failing to meet its commitments under the Minsk-II agreement.
It's time to acknowledge the truth. The truth is that Putin has proved once and for all to be impossible to negotiate with. Russia's consistent undermining and final killing of the Minsk agreements make that crystal clear. And Putin's decision to launch the full-scale invasion has become the wooden stake in this vampire has suicidally driven through himself. We therefore call on healthy forces in Russia, if there are any, to come to their senses and force Putin to implement the demands of the UN General Assembly, to immediately cease the use of force and to withdraw Russian military forces from Ukraine.
In the Security Council session, Russia acknowledged that it had failed to implement the 2015 Minsk agreement, claiming it had no choice other than to defend their country.
У нас этого не появилось. И чем больше вы нам будете сегодня, вопреки очевидным фактам, читать сказки о том, что Россия не выполняла Минские соглашения, тем больше людей поймет, что у нас не было выхода, кроме как защитить нашу страну, защитить ее от вас, защитить нашу идентичность и наше будущее.
Meanwhile, the United States has said that the agreement has been nullified by Russian President Vladimir Putin after his decision to invade Ukraine.
For years, we called on Russia to honor its commitments under the Minsk agreements and to negotiate in good faith for the end of hostilities in eastern Ukraine, as Ukraine did for years. However, Russia has repeatedly demonstrated its disregard for the Minsk agreements and for international law. We join our Ukrainian partners in considering the Minsk agreements nullified by President Putin's decision to launch this unprovoked, unjustified war.
The Minsk agreement adopted on 12 February 2015 urged the immediate peaceful resolution of the conflict through political dialogue, negotiations, mediation and other peaceful means. However, Russia and Ukraine interpret the agreement differently, particularly regarding the sequencing of steps for its implementation. Ukraine wants control of the Russia-Ukraine border and elections in Donbass. Moscow insists that Kiev must first enact constitutional amendments recognizing the special status of Donetsk and Luhansk. This year, the United Nations Security Council meeting of a Minsk agreement was held in the backdrop of a renewed Russian military offensive in the eastern Donbass region. In the same Security Council session, Russia has also asked the United Nations body for an independent inquiry into September attacks on the Nord Stream gas pipelines connecting Russia and Germany that spewed gas into the Baltic Sea. And for more on this, our correspondent Susan Teherani has sent us this report from New York.
Russia requested the Security Council meeting on Friday to mark the 8th anniversary of the Minsk-II agreement. Since 2019, Russia has organized this meeting annually. This year, of course, the meeting falls under altered pretexts a few days before the one-year anniversary of Russia's invasion of Ukraine on February 24th, 2022. Last year, this meeting convened on February 17th, 2022, just 1 week before Russia started its invasion of Ukraine. In this meeting, Security Council members, US, UK, Albania, and France accused Russia of not abiding by its commitments under the Minsk Accord. They also called on Russia to pull all of its troops out of Ukraine immediately. However, other members recalled a General Assembly resolution on March 2nd, 2022, which urged an immediate peaceful resolution to the conflict through political dialogue, negotiation, mediation, and other peaceful means. The resolution also called on all parties to abide by the Minsk agreement and work constructively towards its full implementation.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.